I'm live. Can you hear me though? Testing, testing, testing. Hello. Hi. Can you hear me? Hi, welcome. I'm Peter Clay. I got cats and dogs right bouncing in here and all that stuff. So this is a test, only a test of Me and My Roku. Just put a face to the voice. And so I'm just testing different things out. I got a webcam from my Mac, and then I just found out that it's not compatible. So I tried to do a live stream and found out it wasn't compatible. So I see the lights on and all that stuff. I'm still not convinced the microphone's working here, if you can even hear me at all. So I may just be spooning out to the wind here, which is probably what I do anyway. So I'm going to try to close the door here again. And so welcome aboard. And anywho, so I'm just testing. This is not the angle. This is actually the angle. So you can see all my stuff in the background there. And we'll probably actually, let me just do a little, whoa. Aren't you glad we test these things out ahead before going live? And there's the light. Hey, you can see my face. That's good enough. Hi. Anyway, so just testing out. So Me and My Roku is a podcast that's available on every podcasting platform. I give a list. Do you want a list? I'll give you a list. So the Me and My Roku podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, TuneIn, Amazon Music, Ghana, GS7, Himalaya, SoundCloud, YouTube, which is what you're on right now, iHeartMedia, Podbean, Pandora, and Odyssey. And so why a live stream? Why not? Type of thing. Or videos in general is that I can just show you different little things, a minute or two, little things that I find fascinating in the streaming universe. And then again, you get to see the face and all that good stuff. So no big whoop, really. So I'm not really trying to rule the world here or anything along those lines. I'm just I'm very curious. And so I just like to test things out and have fun. My background was in radio right out of high school. And I got a job at a radio station almost right away. Graduated in June of '88 in high school and started at a radio station in August. So I went from Middleton, Wisconsin to San Francisco, California, just like that. No culture shock whatsoever or anything like that. No raging hormones or anything like that either. And in San Francisco, that was for a young straight guy. It was an eye opener. It was fun though. And met a lot of great people, a lot of people I still care about today. But people I haven't seen or talked to in a long time either, but that's a different story. So I've done different things along that. So then I started doing things by cassette. A buddy of mine, we used to do radio shows or audio shows, but it sounded like a radio show. And then we'd hand out cassettes to people and they would dedicate the songs they would want and all that stuff. And we'd do that. And then we'd do little things in between. And then was one of the first to get a CD burner, did that as well then. And then we'd hand out CDs then to them. And then eventually went into internet streaming. So the first one that I did was a real player, a real server. And so I'm in Madison, Wisconsin, and my cousin out of his garage in Gardena, California, would hook up this real server and I could stream. And Milo brought in his mouse for me. That's great. Just what you wanted for a live stream. And and then streaming went on to different things. And then I found the Internet Archive and then started podcasting. Well, we'll let him stay. But the little missus is making beer dip back there, and she's making a lot of noise. And so we need to have the door closed here. So this is real professional outfit here. So anyway, so that's the best. So I did different podcasts and different things along the line. And then I saw, Netflix came about. And we were using that for DVDs and stuff like that. And they started streaming. And I had a laptop very much like I'm using right now, right over here. And I would have to hook the S video cord into the TV. And then, I don't know if I have an adapter here or not. One of those, here comes the dog now too. So this is fun. Live stream. But we're just testing anyway, and I'm just giving you a backstory here. And then I'll come on, guys, come on, out, both of you, come on, out, closing the door. No one's watching, Anyway, and I don't even think you can hear me either. So I'll test this out in just a little bit here. So anyway, Sunday morning, 7:30, way early, 7:40. Anywho, so I found this product called the Roku. I was had some clients, and this person had a Roku, and they had like from one room to the other the Cat 5 cable to get it to work properly, because back then the Wi-Fi was a little sketchy. Let's see if I have some Cat 5 cable here. And the Roku was there. And the reason why I wanted to podcast about it is like, oh, this is cute. Well, this isn't going to last. This will be one of those things that at the time I was doing a podcast called Bum and Cousins. And it was me and my cousin again. He's in California. I'm here in Wisconsin. And we'd find things in thrift stores and flea markets and things along those lines. And this is going to be one of those things like, remember this Roku? and here we are 12 years later, and the Roku is still here. So about 4 years ago, I restarted the podcast. So I did about 8 or so back in 2009 to 2010, something along those lines. And just as a basic, the things that could find. So there was Netflix and Hulu. That was the big things for the Roku. But then there was PubD Hub or, Crunchyroll's still around, but all these different things. And there was a lot of private channels at the time because people were testing it out. The Nowhere Man, I think, was a big thing. So, it was fun for a little while. It was an experiment, and it was a good test for the Internet Archive and all that stuff. And then about 2018 or so, people are starting to get into streaming, and people then are asking me for advice. And I thought, well, I can't be everywhere anytime for people. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just tell you what I do, and I'll just do a podcast then again. And I brought back Me and My Roku, and we almost have 100 episodes. Wow. And so that's the kind of the backstory on that. So okay, so I don't know if the microphone is working really well or not. So I'm just going to do a quick news notes and stuff. And she's trying to talk to me. She doesn't realize I'm doing something right now. Anyway, we'll just start this up here. And we'll just see how this worked here and all that stuff. And thank you, though, for watching.